You think you are in control. You think you're the one making choices. But most of your life is controlled by a part of you that you've never even met. Carl Jung called it the unconscious. And he warned, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life. And you will call it fate. Look closely at your life. How many times have you found yourself in the same painful situation, again and again? The same kind of relationships, the same failures, the same excuses. You tell yourself, this is just the way life is, this is just my luck. But Jung would tell you, no, it isn't fate, it isn't luck. It's you. It's the unseen parts of your mind pulling the strings while you play the puppet. The unconscious is not some mystical force. It's the hidden side of your mind. All the desires you suppressed, all the fears you buried, all the wounds you never healed. You pushed them away because they were too painful to face. But they didn't disappear. They sunk deep inside of you. And now they rule you from the shadows. Maybe you're afraid of rejection, so you never take risks. Maybe you're angry at a parent, so you sabotage authority figures in your life. Maybe you hate a part of yourself, so you project that hatred onto others. You don't see it happening, but it's there. It's always there. How do you know when the unconscious has taken control of you? You repeat toxic patterns even when you swear you won't. You sabotage your own success just as things are going well. You feel a heavy emptiness you can't explain, like something is missing. You say, why does this always happen to me? It happens because you are asleep. Your unconscious drives the car of your life, and you're sitting in the back seat. We fear the unconscious. We fear it because it's ugly. It's full of truths about ourselves that we don't want to admit. The truth that we are jealous. The truth that we are weak. The truth that we are capable of cruelty. So we distract ourselves. We drown in entertainment, in endless scrolling, in fake positivity. We build a mask, a nice, polite image of who we think we are. But behind that mask is the chaos we refuse to face. Jung called this the shadow, and he warned, the more you deny your shadow, the more power it has over you. But here is the paradox. The shadow you run from holds the very strength you're searching for. Your anger, if harnessed, becomes power. Your jealousy, if understood, becomes ambition. Your fear, if faced, becomes courage. Every part of you that you've rejected is not your enemy, it's potential. And if you have the courage to face it, you will discover energy, creativity, and freedom you never knew you had. Facing the unconscious is not easy. It demands honesty. It demands sitting in silence with the parts of yourself you despise. It means asking, why do I act this way? Why do I always destroy what I build? Why do I hate the people who remind me of myself? The answers will hurt. They will strip away the comfortable illusions you live under. But that pain is not your enemy. That pain is the beginning of transformation. Jung said, there is no coming to consciousness without pain. To wake up is to bleed a little. To see yourself clearly is to suffer. But it is better to suffer in truth than to live comfortably in lies. Because lies don't free you. They chain you. The truth, no matter how brutal, is liberation. Think of your life as a battlefield. On one side is who you pretend to be, the mask, the image, the role. On the other side is who you really are, the dark, messy, hungry, wounded self you've buried. And the war between them tears you apart. But the path forward is not to destroy one side. The path is union, to integrate, to take what is hidden and bring it into the light. To say, yes, this too is me. That is how you gain power over yourself. Most people never do this. Most people run from themselves until the day they die. They blame fate, they blame luck, they blame others. But the truth is brutal. The life you live is the life you've chosen, whether consciously or unconsciously. If you don't face yourself, life will keep forcing you to repeat the same lessons. And it will hurt. Until you learn. Until you wake up. So the question is, will you keep hiding from yourself? Or will you finally turn and face the darkness? Because the unconscious will not stop controlling you until you shine a light on it. And when you do, you will no longer call it fate. You will call it freedom. Face yourself. Face the shadow. Make the unconscious conscious. And you will no longer be a puppet of your past. You will be the creator of your future.